The Geely EX5, which has just gone on sale in a number of different countries around the world, a very good value for money car. It's just been updated in China. It looks a little different on the outside, a little different on the inside. Not major differences, but it's a little different. The biggest difference, though, they've added a different long-range version, a bigger battery option that will give you probably about 500 kilometers of WLTP range. The Geely EX5 has been one of the world's top-selling electric cars over the past 6 months since it was unveiled. It's extremely good value for money. Here in Australia, people are buying them and they're doing really well. But there's just one issue, and that is that there's only a standard range version. The longest range version has about 440 kilometers of range. And that means that for some people, it's not going to be the right car. That's why Geely have just unveiled a different version, which has 610 kilometers of range. Here are the details. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Geely have just unveiled a new extended range version of its Galaxy EX5, it's called here in Australia. In China, it's called the E5, which has 610 kilometers of CLTC range. So probably about 500 kilometers, just over 500 kilometers of WLTP range. Now, to give you an idea, the car has actually been slightly redesigned. It's actually got a streamlined exterior featuring slim LED headlights, a sculpted lower bumper, an optional closed grille with dot matrix detailing. At the rear, the new version includes a full-width taillight bar and silver trim elements, while black Geely logos and badging are part of the deal. So, size is still the same as before. It's actually a decent sized car, about the same size as a Toyota RAV4. It's 4,615 millimeters long, so 4.6 meters. 1,900 millimeters wide, 1.9 meters wide, and it has a wheelbase of 2750 millimeters, so 2,750 millimeters. Wheels, you can get either 18 or 19-inch wheels. It also has a panoramic sunroof, and power comes from the same motor. It's a 160 kilowatt front-mounted electric motor. I think feels a little underpowered, but that's just because of the way they've tuned the motor to provide more power when you're going faster. So I drove this car in China around the racetrack there in Ningbo. It's actually a pretty damn nice racetrack. And I've got to say, this car is more of a car set up for comfort. So if you're someone who likes a car that's very comfortable and not really dynamically handling, but more set up for comfort, then this would be the car for you. This newer version, the updated version, gets a battery that's bigger than the previous model. It's a 68.4 kilowatt hour battery. So it's about 8 kilowatt hours bigger than the previous version, making it the longest range version. And we don't know the WLTP range. However, it should be a fair bit more range than the previous version. So what was the range of the previous versions, or the two versions already available? 440 kilometers that's CLTC for the 49.5 kilowatt hour battery, which is not available in Australia. We get the 60 kilowatt hour battery, which is said to have 530 kilometers of range. So they're adding essentially 70 kilometers of range. You'd probably mean you're going to add an additional 50 to 60 kilometers of range, probably around 50, maybe slightly more, 55. I'm going to go with 55 kilometers more range. So the new model should have, nearly 500 kilometers of range, be very close. All trims have 100 kilowatt charging, plus they have a 3.3 kilowatt vehicle to load external power output. Now, I've heard this car does work as well with vehicle to grid. It's not warranted for that, but if you get the SIG Energy battery system, I should be getting paid by this company because I'm promoting them. But if you get the SIG Energy battery system, you can then use their vehicle to grid system, and I've been told by experts that it will work on this car. But like I said, the warranty is another story. The Galaxy EX5 is based on Geely's GEA electric architecture, and it's available in 5 configurations in China, starting at a price of $15,000 US. The top most expensive model is $20,000. Here in Australia, the most affordable version is around 40,000 Australian dollars, which is around about $27,000 US. Competitors, BYD's Yen or Yuan Plus, the Atto 3, that starts about the same price, but to be honest, the EX5 it's a little bit bigger than the Atto 3. And I owned an Atto 3 and I was in a Geely EX5 for quite a while. I'd say the Geely EX5 it is definitely a nicer car. Now, interestingly, the Atto 3 starts at a higher price, $16,000. Starts at $1,200 higher price than the most affordable Galaxy EX5. And you can kind of see why Geely now have 3 of the top 10 best-selling cars, EVs, in China this year, and BYD have 2. Now, BYD are killing it with plug-in hybrids, but with EVs, not so much. But that said, guys, I should point out those price comparisons are probably not valid right now in China because of the fact that BYD have reduced prices by 10 to 34% across 25 or 26 different models. So is this model here coming to Australia? Well, I've got no idea, but I'm going to guess that Geely want to bring it here because there's no question consumers would want to buy this version, the longer range version. Would it come here anytime soon? Probably not, but my guess would be if it's coming, it might be about 6 months' time. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye-bye. Just test drove the new Geely EX5. The EX5 went to China to test drive this car. Geely invited us there. It was an interesting trip, I have to say, guys. The EX5, the Geely Galaxy EX5, it's going to be called the Geely EX5 here in Australia and probably in Europe as well. This is a global car. They've engineered this car, they say, for 90 different countries around the world. Now, the key question is, some people are saying it is a game changer. Literally, there are YouTube videos of people testing it. They're saying it is way better than the BYD Atto 3. Is this actually true? Well, yes and no. I'm going to tell you the truth. I think these YouTube channels are, and some reviewers are just kind of hyping things up, kind of making up a story to make it sound interesting. Yeah, it's not really the full story. I'll tell you the full story. As you guys know, I don't hold back. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Got to make a point here. When I was in China, the VP of Geely said that he watches the channel. Now, I don't know if that's true, if he was just being nice, but he said that. If you're watching, well, yeah. The Geely EX5 is a car that I just test drove on a racetrack in China.